You've obviously gathered I'm no great shakes with IT, so I'll be pressing my own buttons and anything could happen. I talk about stress testing. Now, we've all heard that expression in relation to banks and goodness knows what else. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I don't know a great deal about banking. My background is building society. But I do know a great deal about mental health, having suffered, as Agnes mentioned, for years. And I do know that a lot of people are extremely anxious, in fact, maybe you use the expression, about what is going to happen over the next year or so with Brexit, because uncertainty is out there. If we're lucky, it works. Anxiety and stress is caused many, many times by uncertainty about the future, by feeling that life is outside our control, we can't control the things that are happening to us, by financial worries, by fears over employment or education, and by concerns for our health. And it probably won't come as a great surprise to anybody here to see exactly the same thing, if we're lucky, in relation to Brexit. Brexit, go away. I apologise, I told you, I warned you. Right, Brexit also has uncertainty about the future. None of us know quite what's round the corner, and certainly our politicians don't seem to know. If they do, they're certainly not telling us. Lack of control. Those of us who didn't want to leave now feel as though events are beyond us at times. Those people who did want to leave are now saying, well, we're not getting the deal we thought we were going to get, so where are we going from here? Financial worries, I'll come on to that, it's obvious. Fears over unemployment and education, we've already had mention of that from other speakers, and health concerns. So the two things go hand in hand. So uncertainty first. Uncertainty breeds discomfort. Obviously, if we're uncertain about our future, we're not comfortable. What's going to happen? We just do not know what's around the corner, and what are we going to do about it if we don't like it? And that's as a country. Well, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to you individually? When will things start to become clearer, or it appears not in the immediate future, no matter what we keep getting told? And how long, if this Brexit thing happens, whatever it looks like, how long before we get back to flourishing in this country? I suggest it could be some time. Lack of control. I think most people in this room didn't vote for Brexit. We think there's something we can do about it. There's a lot of people out there who don't think there's anything they can do about it. Who is in control? Well, our MPs just seem to be squabbling amongst themselves. They're supposed to be meeting on Friday, and from what we can gather, they're all arguing like mad about that already. What will happen if we get to the 29th of March 2019 without a deal? Are we going to go for a no-deal Brexit? Are we going to fudge something? None of us know. Are the other EU members just being flipping difficult because they don't like what we've done? I don't think that is the case, but I know some people do. And what can I do if I'm not happy with the deal? Will I get a vote? Will you get a vote? Many of us are campaigning for that, but will it happen? No wonder we're anxious. Financial worries. It may surprise you to learn that I'm approaching retirement age, and many other people are. What's he going to do to my pension fund? What's going to happen to the stock markets? I don't own a property in Europe, by the way, but what if I did? What if I owned a holiday home in Spain or France or wherever? What's going to happen about that? And will the cost of my holiday to Portugal go up? Will it be harder to arrange? Will I need other documentation? What about medical care? If I'm ill while I'm on holiday, what reciprocal arrangements are we going to have post-Brexit? Will Brexit damage my savings? Certainly 2008 damaged mine when the banks went. And if the stock exchange collapses because of Brexit, goodness knows what will happen to us. Will inflation run out of control? Nobody can answer those questions to my satisfaction, or I think to the satisfaction of most of us at the moment. Fears over unemployment or education. A third of young people surveyed last year, and it was a survey of about 4,000 people, reported that they were more anxious than they had been before the referendum. who are more uncertain about their future. 11% of organisations say they're considering relocating all or part of their operations outside the UK. 9% have said even if they stay here, they'll change their focus on investment and growth to outside the UK. 11% report a decrease in the number of EU recruits post-referendum. And 47% of high-skilled EU citizens employed in the UK are considering leaving, according to a report by The Independent. That is a scary picture when you think about it for the future of employment and business in the UK post-Brexit. And health concerns. 165,000 health and social care workers in the UK are originally from the EEA. 11% of doctors registered to practice in the UK qualified in another EEA country. So what happens to the future of NHS healthcare recruitment? Research UK has received £8.8 billion of EU science funding from 2008 to 2013. Who's going to replace that? 80% of UK international research includes co-authors from the EU. These are all tidbits of information from Mental Health Network at the beginning of this year. It is quite clear that uncertainty breeds anxiety and poor mental health. I think we're living through an incredibly uncertain period at the moment, and it doesn't matter whether you're 16 or 60, or even as old as me. You're going to have those sort of concerns. And I think it's about time the people who are supposed to be running this country started running it and telling us the truth, so that we could all know which way we're pointing, and these doubts and uncertainties could be resolved. So in summary, uncertainties around Brexit are causing increased anxiety across the population. Doubts about retention of skilled staff and professionals may well affect service availability. So, will we have the doctors? Will we have the mental health staff? Worries persist about whether we can recruit suitable and sufficient skilled people in the future. Mental health services are currently under-resourced in the UK. We see an awful lot in the papers about it. But frankly, with increased demand, not least due to Brexit, will we have enough money? Will we have enough professionals? And few NHS leaders believe that we will, despite constant promises of more funding and more activity. We're just scratching the surface, really. So thank you for listening. My business is called Thrive. I work with people with anxiety, and strangely I've seen a big increase recently of Polish gentlemen with anxiety, and a lot of them are telling me, yes, because we don't know what the future holds, and that holds true for all of us. So come on, let's get it sorted, let's get out of this situation and move forward. Thank you.